What is up, guys? Harry Race back at you here with another live stream. The Montreal Canadiens played tonight in the PNC Arena in Carolina, and we would end up losing to the Carolina Hurricanes. It was a 4-0 victory for Carolina in regulation. Unfortunately for Montreal, obviously, but I mean, hey, we got the poll in the chat for a reason, because by tonight, I think we are going to determine exactly what we are going to call the race for the first overall pick. The four options in the chat, you guys can probably see them if you're watching it live. Even if you're not, I think you can see them if you're replaying the stream. But yeah, so this game for the Montreal Canadiens. Ryan Lomberg, how's it going? Totally the real legitimate Ryan Lomberg in the chat. Jacob Casella, welp indeed. Lemonhead, I feel bad for Alan too, man. He wants to be part of the solution. he wants to be. He wants to be. Hey, did you guys know that little faggot Harry Racing live? Let's go. Oh, oops. No, but yeah, I feel bad for Alan too, man. I feel really bad for Alan. Dude wants to be part of the solution for the Habs, but yeah, it seems like he's gonna have to survive this year. I mean, hey, next year we should be fine, but yeah, Habs got smacked by Will Smith, Scooter Batman. I mean, hey, maybe. Okay, I'm done with this, boys. I'm done. There we go. There we go. We're back to normal screen. We're back to normal. So the lines for the Canadiens were Caulfield, Suzuki. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. Okay, I'm dumb. I was on the last game against Florida. There we go. Now we're here. There we go. The open lines for the Canadiens were Caulfield, Suzuki, Armia, Pitlick, Evans, Anderson, Byron, Dvorak, and Hoffman. Sorry, Byron, Dvorak, Hoffman, and Dauphin, Leonin. Romanov, Savard, Edmondson, Baron, and Shannon Weidman were the defense pairings. Jake Allen yet again gets a start in net, as he has been incredible. Right now, probably the lone reason the Canadiens aren't getting blown out every single game. And Samuel Montembeault backs him up after a very solid performance in his last game, I believe 2 nights ago, or 2 games ago, sorry. With the first overall pick, Montreal selects Talking Ben, damn, Scooter Batman, oof. The open lineups for the for the Hurricanes now were Teravainen, Aho, Jarvis, Svechnikov, Trocheck, and Domi. Niederreiter, Stahl, Foss, and Martinuk, Stepan, and Natchez. Adam, I don't think Montembeault should be the backup next year, just because I think we'll have both Price and Allen. They both should be healthy. If they're not, then yeah, I could see Montembeault being a backup. But if we put him on waivers and if a team claims him, yeah, definitely he could be a backup next year. I definitely think he could be potential backup next year. Slavin D'Angelo, Cheyenne Pesh, and Smith Cole were the defense pairings. Freddie Anderson gets to start in the middle of a very, very good Vezina-worthy season. And Toronto backs him up, as he's been a very, very good backup. Before the game, Lucas Condada signed a 1-year ELC fresh out of college. That'll be in effect for next year. He will sign a PTO and report to Laval after college is done. Bob, back in the chat being a retard. Bergevin forcing Caulfield to hide his personality is definitely a no-no. Sure, blame it on Bergevin when it was clearly on Ducharme, Bob. I like that you're not even trying to be a troll anymore. I find it funny. Not sure if I mentioned it last stream, actually, but Joshua Wall has signed his ELC, as well as he is having an amazing season in the QMJHL. Now I believe it's 98 points in 51 games. Something along that effect. Either way, he's having an amazing season in the QMJHL. Don't know. I don't think his ELC starts this year. I believe it starts next year. So that's very, very cool. I like that. Marcus, how's it going, my guy? Enor Tap. Hello, Harry. How are you? I'm doing very good, Enor Tap. Thank you very much for asking. Marcus, hope you're doing good. And I hope you're doing good too, Enor Tap. Thank you for coming by, my guys. Hurricanes had early pressure. It was just not clicking. Hurricanes would go to an early power play. Laurent Dauphin gets called for cross-checking. And the Canes score. 4 seconds in, Sebastian Aho tips it in front for a 1-0. I put for the 1-0 Canes win. Who would have thought? We were 0 for 1 on the PK tonight. Hurricanes had more push. They wanted the 2-0 lead already. Habs got a few chances. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you, Intertap. I appreciate it, my guy. Much appreciated. Harry, you miss Jordy Ben? Yeah, a little bit. I miss his big bushy beard. He's a good fifth, sixth defenseman. Probably could have been decent on the Canadiens. Probably would have been the same Jordy Ben that we know. Habs got a few more chances. Suzuki's line had most luck getting anything on net. But Canes, big time in control though. Stahl's line nearly got him point number 600 with the Hurricanes. Thoughts on Barron so far? Top. I'm a fan of Barron. I think he's actually been pretty solid. He's been good. He's been calm. He's been collected. I've been very, very happy with what we've gotten out of Justin Barron so far. And if he continues to improve, then I'm going to be a big fan of Justin Barron in the future. Bob, I mean, you can think Jordy Ben's better than Duran, but then I'd have to call you a retard. So I don't think you really think Jordy Ben is better than Duran, unfortunately. All right. Hurricanes had more push. Shots were 10-2 Carolina halfway through the first period. Then Byron gets tripped up, no penalty. There was an early interference that wasn't called as well. Hurricanes pushing for a 2-0 lead. I don't know why my voice is this out of it, so we're just going to deal with it. Evans on a turnover had a great look on net, but Anderson was able to make the save. Evans then nearly found Weidman on a 2-on-1. Evans surprisingly has had the best chances for us so far in the game in this first period, and would have some of the best chances for us in the first period. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention Evans being back in the lineup after taking that a nasty spill last game, and if I remember correctly, after taking that nasty spill near the end of the game near the end of the last game, thankfully back in the lineup. Turns out he when Evans found himself, he was just very winded, couldn't breathe for a moment, and luckily it was nothing major. It wasn't the head; it was more the shoulder that went to the boards. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad he's back in the lineup already and feeling good. Hurricanes then back the other way. Right in front, couldn't find Trocheck a goal. Habs had great chances. They were starting to come back a little bit. Canes went back the other way after Habs got a few decent looks. Caulfield had a decent opportunity. Anderson was looking okay. And speaking of Anderson, he gets on a breakaway and just shoots wide, unfortunately. Teravainen then slashes Savard, no penalty. So, of course, Teuvo Teravainen scores. Savard was trying to go at it with him. Doesn't bother to try and locate the puck. Doesn't try to stick lift or anything. Just kind of cross-checks him after the goal goes in. Teuvo Teravainen makes it 2-0 with 15 seconds left in the first period. So the shots are 16-9. Very nice for the Hurricanes, and they'd have the 2-0 lead. Hurricanes pressured at the start of the second period. They shouldn't matched KK. Bob, what are you talking about? We didn't match Kotkaniemi, my guy. We didn't match Kotkaniemi. We got a first and a third, and we would then use that first to fleece Arizona to fleece Arizona for Dvorak, my guy. Then Derek Stepan gets robbed by Jake Allen. Holy shit, what a save. It was barely a save from Allen. He was just able to get it, and he's the only reason we're competitive in this game right now. Then they'd score shortly after thrust for first. Wait, shit, did I put thrust instead of thirst? I put thrust instead of thirst. Fuck it, we're gonna thrust for first. That is officially the thing. We aren't thirsting for first. We are thrusting for first. That is what we are doing now. That is the thing now. But yeah, it would be 3-0. Teuvo Teravainen gets a second of the game off of a very bad turnover by the Canadiens. Byron turned a puck over, I want to say earlier in the second period, I think. Might have been later, but either way, Byron, just looking for a defenseman behind the net, ended up turning it over. Wraparound chance for the Canes, nearly scored. Habs dumped the puck in. We were looking bad. We were looking like Dominic Ducharme's Canadiens again. So it's going to be up to St. Louis to see if he can get us out of this funk. I was kind of expecting this a little bit just because, we trade off, Kulak and Lehkonen and Sherratt. We trade off these guys from our team. I was expecting this to be bad. I wasn't expecting this to be this bad, but I kind of like it in a way because it is getting our young guys in the lineup and is teaching them the NHL way of things. This is going to be a challenge for St. Louis, and I'm excited to see what he does with it. So excited to see. Plus, I'm going to be excited to see Jordan Harris get in the lineup because he is projected to get into the lineup at least once for the season. And it's actually said we're going to burn the first year of the LC, so that implies We're going to play him for the next at least 10, because I believe you have to play him 10 games. At least 10 of the next, I believe, 15. So that is going to be interesting. Yes, Dom, what a night. Yeah, it was too much to handle, my guy. My throat's going out a little bit. It's because of you, Dom. Thank you, baby. Do you think we'll see Price play this year? Yeah, Tap. I do think that, actually. I think we'll see him for at least a game or two at the end of the year. It was rumored Price might play on the road trip now. I don't think he will because I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. I think the best time for the Canadiens to play Carey Price is back at home in the Bell Center. That is the best time for when Price plays his first game back with the Canadiens. It's at home. It's at home. So if Price say is ready to go right now, which I don't think he is, because there's not even anything out there like, oh, is Price fully healthy now? There's nothing like that. But when he does get fully healthy, if he were right now, I do think they're holding Price's return to the net off for Montreal. I think that is what they are holding it off for. But yeah, I think we'll see Price play at least once. I think. It would be nice if they gave Price a game near the end of the Clifford, at least one. It'd be nice. Price comes in, gets a shutout, first game back. I'm not expecting that just because I'm realistic. Price isn't going to save 53 out of 53 for 53 saves for a shutout like Jake Allen is having to make, it seems, every night. But if we're able to combat him and fight off and win a game for Pricey, that'd be awesome. Hey, Bob Cannon, how's it going, my good sir? Thank you for coming by. Tab, how do I think the Atlantic is going to finish? All right, so the current standings are Panthers, Maple Leafs, Lightning, Bruins, Red Wings, Sabres, Senators, Canadiens. So this is going to be interesting. I think there's no doubt the Panthers finish. I don't think there's any doubt the Panthers are going to finish atop the division. This might be a bit of a hot take. I think it's going to be Bruins, Maple Leafs, and Lightning. I think we are going to get Maple Leafs, Bruins again, and I think we are going to get the Battle of Florida for the second straight year in the playoffs. And then, yeah, I think it's probably going to be, funny enough, I think it's actually going to be the Sabres, Red Wings, Senators, and then Canadiens. I do think there's going to be a little bit of a change-up. Not too much, though. Hey, Harry, tough loss. Hell yeah, Cameron. Definitely a tough loss there, man. Definitely. Thank you for your condolences. We are actually tied for the worst team in the league again. And the Coyotes have a game in hand, and they just won tonight. Thank you, Arizona. I love you. Have my kids. Imagine Price comes back April 24th against Boston. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Price is going to play a game against an easy opponent. Someone like Arizona, Seattle. I don't know if we play them again. Philly, Toronto. It's going to be an easy team that we can win against. So, yeah. That Ryan Jets fan was probably going to bother us tonight, but his Jets got smoked by Toronto. No, Sandwich, I don't think he was going to bother us, man. I don't think he was going to bother us. Ryan Lomberg is an okay fan. He's all right. Do Leafs beat Boston if they meet in the playoffs? No chance, Tap. No chance. They're going to lose in 7 like they usually do. I mean, I want to think Leafs can beat Boston, but no. It's destiny. Leafs are not going to beat. Leafs, I don't think, have ever beaten the Bruins in a playoff series. Why would it start now? But Hurricanes off the other way tried to get. I'm done. Oh my God, I'm big time. Did you see Matthews' cheesy empty net goal? No, I didn't, Clifford. The Leafs fans are getting fucking hyped up for Matthews not even scoring a legit goal for 50th. Holy shit, that's hilarious. God damn it, that is hilarious. I was watching Hot Take Hockey earlier before I came up, and I know that's a sin now, but I was watching Hot Take Hockey on stream, and I was just like, oh, fuck, I could say some shit, but I didn't. Harry, you think Toronto are going to do good in the playoffs? No. Are you happy for Matthews' 50 goal? I'm happy for my best friend who really wanted Matthews to hit 50 goals, yes, but for Matthews hitting 50 goals myself, I honestly couldn't give less of a shit. If he hits 50 goals, cool, win a playoff round, And it's funny. Leafs fans are like, oh, yeah, Matthews 50 goals. Matthews the best Leaf in Maple Leaf history. When, I'd rather Matthews get a 20-goal season and win a round than 50 goals and just lose in 7 like usual. Exactly, Cameron. Yeah, you guys are happy for him. Exactly. Now he needs to score in the playoffs, and the Leafs just need to win a first round, which, honestly, with Eric Colgan and Jack Campbell as your goaltending duo, it's not going to happen. I can't see it happening, in my opinion. Habs are dumping the puck in. We look like Ducharme's Canadiens. We don't deserve Jake Allen. He's given it his all on this team. The only reason we were in it Honestly, the only reason this game wasn't 5 or 6-0 at this point, Jake Allen was robbing Hurricanes left and right. Suzuki then gets pushed by Aho. Suzuki responds by hitting Jacob Slavin off the puck. I thought Zooks actually had a pretty solid game. I was really liking, I was really liking Suzuki's game, and yeah, I was really enjoying what Suzuki did there with Slavin. That was pretty sick. Exactly, Scooter Batman. Only lead forward that's playoff material and as a star is Nylander, and he's played the least because he actually took a pay cut. Funny enough, Leafs fans wanted to get rid of him because he wants too much, and then they paid John Tavares $11 million. Okay. Drysdale scores his 50th in a shootout. It doesn't count, but Matthews scores his 50th. Well, I mean, tap, that is, like, slightly understandable just because, like, a shootout goal doesn't count at all. Imagine how many more goals Ovechkin would have if fucking all the shootout goals counted. So, like, I understand why Matthews, why empty net goals do count. I like it. But I don't know. I think shootout goals should count. I do think shootout goals should probably count. By the way, holy shit, we got 11 viewers in here. Thank you guys for coming by. Thirst for first, exactly, Randy. Jan, Leafs thinking they will go far as laughable. Yes, it is, Randy. Just like every year, every year Leafs fans, are saying, this is the year we're going to do it. This is the year. And it's just like, like it's, yeah, come on. You guys are the team that lost to the goddamn Columbus Blue Jackets. You guys lost to the Columbus Blue Jackets, and then you blew a 3-1 series lead to the Montreal Canadiens on a 3-game winning streak. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, Cameron, I know you didn't. I'm talking about the majority of Leafs fans. I know you're in the minority. You don't have to keep pointing it out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what's happening. It is ironic. Plus, what fucking, what's his name? I think it was Gabriel put in my general chat in my Discord. Leafs fans complaining about Kaprizov being up for the Calder at 23 years old, and then they want Bunting for the Calder at 25. It's fucking hilarious. According to Wiki, the Leafs last beat the Bruins in the playoffs in 1959. Oof. Well, since the NHL has mattered, aka when the Habs dynasty started happening, yeah, Leafs have not beaten the Bruins then. Yeah, Habs dynasty onwards. Yeah, Leafs have not beaten the Bruins, which is fucking funny. But do you honestly think it's a Leafs season for a long playoff run? No, Adam. If they were to go on a long playoff run, they have to trade one of the big four. They have to trade one of Matthews, Marner, Nylander, or Tavares, in my opinion. Or, excuse me, one of the big five now with Morgan Riley. But they're not going to trade Morgan Riley because he just signed a long-ass extension. I would get rid of John Tavares, honestly. I don't think Tavares is anywhere near worthy of a captaincy. The only reason the Islanders did it was because he was their big star, and it was kind of the right thing, quote-unquote, to do at the time. And the only reason the Leafs did it is because, oh, shit, this guy's getting paid $11 million. You probably should have the C, and especially because, oh, shit, Matthews decided to show his fucking cock and balls and ass to a goddamn woman. He's not worthy of being a captain anymore, Randy, I can only do one poll at a time, unfortunately, but that is a good poll for the future. Who is more likely to get into a cup final? Shrava with the Panthers, Lekkinen with the Avalanche, or Toronto or Foley with the Flames? Technically, I do have to do Kulak with the Oilers as well, just because he technically did get traded. Yeah. I don't think any Canadian teams make it to the Final Four. It'll be all U.S. teams. Yeah, Scooter, that's understandable, my guy. I mean, I personally think Calgary has what it takes to get to the Final Four, but I don't know if they will, Because, like, here's the thing. Whoever they beat in the first round means they have to take on what? One of Colorado or Minnesota in the second round? Well, Scooter, no, because we're just going off trade deadline deals. We're just going off of trade deadline deals, unfortunately, Scooter. But to know would be a good one to put up there. Which, by the way, guys, let's fucking talk about the season. Let's talk about the fucking season that Philip Deneau's happening. Ref should have let. Yeah, they probably should have. But here's the thing: I will defend this. There's a minute and a half left in the game. There's no way the Jets can come back. I understand why they kicked them both out instead of letting them fight. It's trying to cool the game down, be like, hey, what are you gonna? Hey, dude, stop. Hey, cool the game down. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm kicking them both out. And what do you know? There is nothing for the rest of the game. The rest of the minute and a half of the game. So, Is Colorado going to choke like last season? Vegas going far in postseason? Well, for Vegas to go far, they have to make the playoffs first, and that's not going to happen this year. Is Colorado going to choke? Yes. I do think Colorado is the next Washington Capitals where they can't get out of the second round no matter how good their team is, how stacked they are. Their second team flameout, in my opinion. Is my phone on fire? No, it's not. It's not even close to being on fire. Yeah, boys, yeah, I got a phone. Who cares? I wish Will Smith slapped Kucherov for that lame-ass comment about the Habs fans. Randy, I'm fucking over it at this point. I don't give a shit what Kucherov says. I can see LA being a sneaky good playoff team. Exactly, Scooter. Exactly. LA, honestly, if somehow it ended up being Colorado LA in the first round, my money would probably be on LA. My money would honestly most likely be on LA. NHL playoffs. Let me look it up if the playoffs started today. My ears look really itchy for some reason. Current playoff matchups. Yes, that's what I want. Thank you, ESPN. Finally doing something good for once, giving me playoff matchups. Yeah, Hurricanes had more push. There's nothing else to talk about at this point. Canes more chances. Habs almost had a good chance, but Mike Hoffman put, I want to say it was Armia offside. Canes, sorry, okay, before we get to this, yes, so the current matchups, boys. The current matchups would be, in the East, it would currently be Florida and Washington, Toronto, Tampa, Carolina, Boston, the Rangers, and Pittsburgh. That's very interesting. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. So Florida, I think, no doubt would beat the Washington Capitals, in my opinion. Tampa would obviously beat the shit out of the Toronto Maple Leafs, most likely. I think Boston might be able to beat Carolina, actually. And then I think the Pittsburghs, I think the Pittsburghs do take out the New Yorks. I think they take out all of the New Yorks. Harry, what do you think of American football? I don't know about American football being boring. I'm not a fan of it personally. But mostly because I just haven't watched too much of it. I watched the Super Bowl and that's about it. Um, I gotta watch more American football though. It's fine. Kane's getting eliminated first round too. Exactly, Scooter. Exactly. And Doughty is still hurt, so will be a bonus for them when he gets back. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. Please keep them all. Toronto can stay mediocre and think they're good. Exactly. Please keep them all. Exactly, Randy. Exactly. Exactly. Also, holy shit, boys! In the regular season series, Boston has scored 1 goal against Carolina. That's pretty goddamn funny considering they're probably going to get beat by Boston in the playoffs. And in the West, it would currently be Calgary, Nashville, LA, Edmonton, Colorado, Vegas, Minnesota, and St. Louis. I want to point out, I believe Winnipeg would have just gotten into the playoffs to face Colorado to squeeze out Vegas had they won tonight. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, and Minnesota, St. Louis would be the current playoff matchups. Right now, obviously, Calgary would beat Nashville. LA would obviously beat Edmonton. I want to say Colorado would probably beat Vegas. Dallas would probably beat Colorado. And then Minnesota would very likely beat St. Louis. LA would sweep Edmonton. Oh, yeah, 100%. LA would probably beat Edmonton in 4, maybe 5 if McDavid decides not to be lazy. But it's McDavid in the playoffs, so we know he's going to be lazy. All right, so the Canes went to the power play. Edmonton gets called for holding. Then it's a 5-on-3 because Suzuki cross-checks a Hurricane. Thought it was time to start injuring them for some reason, I guess. But hey, I'm fine if Suzuki wants to start doing that. I'm fine with that. They're Carolina. I'm joking. If you're retarded enough to think that I'm actually serious, I don't know what to tell you. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. Someone's gonna clip that and try and expose me for that later. Dallas also has 4 games in hand on Vegas. Exactly, Bob. Exactly. And they're only, I think I said 1 point out. So yeah. Oof. Vegas. Marcus, I don't know about that. If Vegas make playoffs, they'll run through either Edmonton or LA. They'd obviously run through Edmonton. I think they'd get beat by LA. Actually, I think if Vegas makes playoffs, their best hope is to run into Edmonton. I don't think Vegas LA would be a good matchup for Vegas this year. I know you guys swept them the first year in the league, but just I don't know. I think LA is very destined to make a very good run this year. But Vegas playing good hockey right now fails not. I don't know about that, Marcus. Still, I don't know. Shots fired to Carolina. Hell yeah, Randy. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, Corey Perry playing Toronto in first round. Corey, you know that guy, Tavares? Do that again, my guy. I'm waiting for all the triggered Leafs fans to come into the stream now. My brother still calls the Penguins Poopsburg. Understandable, Bob. Understandable. Bruh, full Vegas lineup. Marcus, but still, just because your lineup initially is better, Vegas's lineup was better than Montreal's last year. I mean, what happens? It's all about, my guy, it's all about clicking in the playoffs. It's all about doing what they can. Shots fired to Leafs fans. Pew pew. Exactly. Patch ready. Eichel, Stone, Marsh. I don't know. Any top six with Eichel, I think, is immediately downgraded by the fact Jack Eichel is in there. I like Riley Smith. I love Marcia. So I really like Patches. Stone is a top 5 right winger in the NHL. But having Jack Eichel, I don't know if I'd say that. I don't know if I'd say that's an elite top 6. I'd honestly rather William Karlsson be my first line center over Jack Eichel. Marcus, there's no chance Jack Eichel is a top 10 center in the NHL. He is massively overrated, in my opinion. A lot of Leafs fans said if they had exactly Scooter, exactly. A lot of Leafs fans say, "Oh, if we had Tavares, they would have won." It's like, no, my guy, literally no, you would not have won. How's Eichel downgrading a team? Doesn't know how to win. The guy does not know how to win a playoff series. The guy hasn't even been to the playoffs. The guy doesn't know how to win. He's not competitive. He's just not good. He's not a good center, in my opinion. This is from a guy who had to watch Eichel for 6 years when he was playing against Montreal all the time. He's never been good. I've not good. I've not good. I've not gooded Jack Eichel. You are not gooded, my sir. I'm gonna start doing that in videos. If I don't think someone's good, I'm gonna say you are not gooded. I'm gonna start saying that. Jack Eichel was good, but definitely exactly Scooter. He's not top 10. He's barely even a top 20 center. But that's even with a lot of guys. Okay, so Wright sucks ass. Well, Marcus, that's different. Wright isn't in the playoffs. Wright has not even made the NHL yet. Wright might suck ass. How do we know? Shane Wright might come into the NHL and completely bust out. Might come in and he might be a top 10 center like Eichel is projected to be. We don't know that yet. So Marcus, it's different. This is a guy who's been in the league now 8 years or 7 years. Gonna be 8 years, I think, next year technically. But Marcus, he still doesn't know how to win. He has not been able to bring the Sabres to the Stanley Cup playoffs like was expected out of him. Over the last 2 weeks, Leaf Nation has wanted Nylander to run out of town. Exactly, Bob. Now they want him as mayor. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, Marcus, I can't say he doesn't know how to win because he's never made it. He doesn't know how to come up big in big game situations. Shut the fuck up, mice. I will kill you. I don't care about PETA. I will hunt you down. I will grab a cat. These fucking mice are tempting me. Goddamn. Yeah, Marcus, yeah, it's the Sabres, but still, the fact that they got worse when Jack Eichel was with them rather than better, I think that says all that needs to, in my opinion. I think the fact that Jack Eichel comes in the lineup, they get Jeff Skinner, they get Kyle Okposo, they have Rasmus Ristolainen, they have the Dahlin, and they're still garbage. It's not only on the management, it's on the players. It's on guys like Ackle. It's on guys like Ackle. Jack Ackle. Or sorry, Jeff Ackle. Now, excuse me. I don't care about PETA. Yeah, exactly, Marcus. These fucking mice are just clawing at the walls or whatever. Exactly, yeah, Eichel, exactly. Eichel seemed like a bad leader in the room. Yeah, exactly. Your former players. Yeah, Bergevin picked up Sebastian. Exactly. Eichel's issue would probably turn Bergevin away. I don't think Bergevin would have traded for him regardless because Bergevin's not known to give up massive overpayments for middling players. But yeah, I definitely think he would have potentially offered. But like you mentioned, when he picked up DA, it was like, hey, how's that Eichel kid? Terrible leader in the locker room, and he's bad. That probably made Bergevin go, oh, bad in the locker room. He won't help us. All right, we're done. Thank you, DA. You will be first line center now in Laval. I have to point that out in Laval. He's like, all right, I don't mind. Exactly, Bob. Yeah, they had Taylor Hall and Mark Stahl too. Exactly. Exactly, Bob. I apologize to any Sabres fans coming across this. You guys probably know how bad your team is, so I don't think I have to apologize, actually. So, yeah, fuck apologies. But yeah, then it's another 5-on-3. Allen's mask comes loose. You can see the strap. The strap comes off. Try not to laugh. Throws the mask off because it's impeding his vision, and he gets a delay of game penalty because of it. Yeah, I mean, we were already losing, so I was kind of fine with it. But if that kind of stuff happens in the playoffs, or this is, say, a game that matters. Say we need to win this game to get into the playoffs, for example. Say we need this game to be 2 points back of a playoff spot with 4 games in hand, for example. Or say 3 games in hand or 2 games in hand. It's a penalty like that is going to piss me off. Because we don't really need to win anymore, and we actually would probably want to lose while staying competitive. I think that's a bullshit penalty, actually. I do think it is actually a bullshit penalty. Yeah. Harry, what's more important, skill or chemistry? Because somehow we beat Vegas in the playoffs. Adam, for me, it's kind of torn. On one hand, you definitely do need skilled players. Because, you can't just get out a bunch of guys who have really, really good chemistry together who have been career bottom sixers. And you're not all of a sudden going to have a 45-win season with a bunch of those guys. So you definitely do need skill, but on the other hand, you do need guys who click well together. For example, Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. Are they top 6 forwards in the league? Yes, absolutely, no doubt. Are they made better? Do they better each other because of the chemistry they have? Yes, absolutely. Do they work in the playoffs together? Absolutely. Do you add Toffoli or Drouin onto that line and they're even better? Yes, absolutely. Do you add Anderson to that line and they're better? Absolutely. Suzuki is a guy who makes the guys around him better. He gives them good chemistry. So you definitely do need the skill. You definitely do need chemistry as well. In terms of what's more important, I would argue maybe chemistry a little bit, but because here's the thing, your skilled guys are going to do great in the playoffs. It's the bottom guys who have chemistry with each other that oftentimes show up most for those big game 7s. Those big elimination games. It's your bottom 6 guys or the guys who have the most chemistry together who usually end up clicking and finding the back of the net in those big games. And exactly, Adam, because we somehow beat Vegas in the playoffs, it was because we had chemistry. The refs were on Vegas' side, no doubt, in that playoff series. But the Canadiens, we just fought hard. We fought back. We had a lot of chemistry. We had a lot of good skill. And, we really have Marc-Andre Fleury to thank for that series. So you think Drouin is better than Eichel? Bob, yes, because Eichel has won in the playoffs before. Not gone all the way, unfortunately, but he has won in the playoffs before, and Drouin is a playoff performer. I should probably look up Hockey DB instead of just Jack Eichel. That would probably be a good idea. All right, so Jonathan Drouin, Hockey DB. Yes, Jonathan Drouin and Hockey DB on Jack Eichel. Yes, there we go. At least you tried. Oof. Let's go, boys. Can we get big poggers in the chat? Jets have played game number 69. Habs next game is the meme funny number. Let's go, boys. Yeah. See, Jordan's best season is 53 points. Okay, sure. Eichel's best season is 54 points. In Jonathan Drouin's, his best season is 58 points. 52 points, 82 points. I was looking at assists for points. Please call me stupid in the comments. All right, Eichel's best season is 82 points, but he still doesn't know how to win, Sabres in his 6 years as a Buffalo Sabre, technically in his 7 years as a Buffalo Sabre, because technically this year counts. But in his 6 years as a Buffalo Sabre, he still doesn't know how to win. He still doesn't know how to win. At least Jonathan Drouin, 14 points on his 17-game playoff run, 7 points in 10 games. Jonathan Drouin knows how to win in the playoffs. Jack Eichel doesn't. Drouin's a better playmaker. He's a better guy with the puck, in my opinion, I think. Well, fuck. Hey, Zach, how's it going, man? I'm really sorry about the way that Leafs-Jets game went. Do you guys officially call it, or do you guys just keep pushing? Because you guys are without Kyle Connor and someone else, I forget who, but Yeah, either way, I'm really sorry about how the Jets lost tonight. It was kind of bullshit, if you ask me. It was pretty bullshit, unfortunately. Um, yeah, unfortunately, man. Just record a lot of editing for Carter. All right, let's go, man. Let's go, my guy. No, Bob. Put Jordan in Buffalo, put Eichel in Montreal to the opposite. No, because I would be saying Jack Eichel gets carried by the team around him in Montreal, no doubt about it. Duran would easily be the Buffalo Sabres best player, easily. If you do a trade, say 1-for-1, without Buffalo adding Duran and for Eichel, you do that trade. Duran's easily Buffalo's best player. He's probably getting 50, 60 assists, maybe 20 goals, probably 15 because he's going to be too busy playmaking. Because he's going to have guys like Victor Olofsson to play with. He has Tage Thompson, who's turning into an elite first-line center for Buffalo somehow this year. He might be playing with a Jeff Skinner, for example, if they want to play him at center, or they want to put him on the right wing, for example. Um, Jonathan Drouin would easily be the Sabres' best player. If you have Eichel on this year's Montreal Canadiens, maybe your fourth best player, because you have Suzuki, Caulfield, and then you have Anderson. Asterisks because it used to be Toffoli. If you have the team without selling, technically your best player is your fifth best. Your best player, quote unquote, Jack Eichel, is your fifth best player. Because again, Suzuki, Caulfield. Then if Price is in, he's your sixth best player. And don't give me the bullshit of goaltenders aren't players, because bullshit. If we're mixing them in, Suzuki, I'm not ranking them, but you have Suzuki, Caulfield, Price, Anderson, Toffoli, Caulfield, Suzuki, Toffoli, Anderson, Price. Yeah, Jack Eichel is maybe your sixth best player, and he's getting paid $10 million. Yeah, no. Soins Neuf, 69 for the Habs memes. Hell yeah, Bob, exactly. Only without them for next game. Oh, okay, that's good. It isn't worth it to stop trying now. Yeah, exactly, Zach. Exactly. You guys got to go all in. I would agree with you 100% there. You got to go all in. Jonathan, okay, I'll get this open because I'm working on a special project after stream, boys. I know I keep mentioning all these special projects, but I'm genuinely trying to work on them. I want to try and get these projects worked on. And I'm not telling you guys what it is, you guys, because I know you guys are gonna spill the beans to people, and I don't like that. But yeah, Zach, I don't know if you heard yet. Did you see the Jake Allen penalty? Do you have thoughts on Jake Allen's mask strap coming loose, so he throws the mask off, and it's a penalty? Thoughts on that so far? Or have you seen it yet? Because if you have, then I'd like to know your thoughts. Bob, no, I'm not saying Jordan is better than McDavid. Is he a better overall player than McDavid? Yes, absolutely, because McDavid doesn't defend worth shit. Is Jordan a better playmaker? No. Is he a better goal scorer? No. Is he a better puck handler? Debatable. Is he faster? No. Backs maybe asterisks, because Jordan used to be really, really fast. Jordan used to be pretty damn fast. So I'm not saying Jordan is better than McDavid. In the playoffs, yes, he is absolutely, because Jordan's won playoff series before. But is Jordan overall better than McDavid? No. Is he a better leader than McDavid, though? Absolutely. A better player? No. Better leader? Yes, absolutely. Niederreiter gets on a breakaway. He can't score. Suzuki and Barron had a pretty decent shorthanded look. Barron with a nice shot on net. Where am I? Canes had complete control, but there was nothing for them. Jake Allen, and the commentators mentioned this, and I agree. As soon as Allen took that penalty, he knew these fucking guys are not scoring. I'm not letting them, and he would stone them. 3 for 4 on the PK tonight. Goddamn, Jake Allen is a goddamn gem. Scrum in front of the net at one point. I wanted to fight tonight. Unfortunately, we would not get one. But the Canes were too pussy and probably won't, as I put. And who would have thought they were too pussy and they wouldn't fight tonight? Canadiens getting a little bit of momentum for the way we were playing defense so far. Byron nearly got set up in front, but he was tangled up, unfortunately. Canes had more pressure, but the Habs caused turnovers as they were starting to get gassed. So the final seconds, it's a 2-on-1 for the Canes as well. Good shot, but Allen makes the save. Savard, I believe, got hit by the shot on the way to the net. Savard got, I believe, hit with the puck, but he was slow to get up at the buzzer. Would, I believe, stay in for the third period. McDavid can carry a team all by himself. Bob, that would very much explain the Oilers' playoff success, definitely. Drink can't do that, even close to that. Bob, Bob, my guy. Drouin needs a sniper on his line because he's a playmaker. You know, does he have a good shot? Yes, he's a playmaker. So of course he's gonna need a sniper on his line. Of course he's gonna need Toffoli or Hoffman, or I guess you could say Anderson. I'd say Anderson's more of a power forward, but you get what I mean. He needs that sniper on his line, yes, because he's a playmaker. You know, Drouin isn't meant to be a guy who can carry a team by himself. He's a good first liner who's meant to play, or he's a good second liner who could be a first liner had it not been for how unfortunately timed his injuries have been, and him dealing with insomnia and something. I forget what else. I think it was anxiety, last year. The Habs lose, unfortunately for Joy and unfortunately for Joy, unfortunately for Tank. Yes. Yeah, and these guys can't get over fucking Drouin, apparently, my guy. Apparently. They can't get over Jonathan Drouin. I know he's a playmaker, McDavid's a finisher, but again, McDavid is still not good in the playoffs. We rock them Hurricanes. Hey, we got a clueless Hurricanes fan in the chat. Thanks for KK. Enjoy Dvorak. KK's way better. Well, hey, you know what, Mr. Hurricanes fan, we will enjoy Christian Dvorak because you guys overpaid the shit out of him for 1 year, and then you overpaid the shit out of him for 8. I don't think the Hurricanes management knows this, but you don't overpay your bottom six for long term. You don't pay a career third liner for 8 years, my guy. I find it funny. You guys are paying for the idea that Kotkaniemi can be a second line center as soon as next year. I find it funny. People were talking about Montreal rushing KK's development when he's a fucking healthy scratch tonight. He's a healthy scratch tonight. It's funny, So, okay, thanks for KK. We will enjoy Dvorak because Arizona doesn't know how to draft for shit. When the Carolina Hurricanes win a Stanley Cup, maybe you guys are able to. Maybe you guys can talk shit. But until you're able to get to the Stanley Cup Finals like the Canadiens did, then I don't think you have a right to talk shit. My guy. NCA, KK might have been injured, but I mean, come on. We all know it's bullshit. Come on. KK's young. You're overpaying Drouin. Drouin is 26 or 27. He's not that much older than KK, though. Gallagher, 6.5. I find it funny. Carolina would die to have a Brendan Gallagher on their team, my guy. So, oh yeah, Sushi Boy, I don't think I saw you earlier. How's it going, my guy? Thank you very much for coming by. Thank you for the flyby visit. Have a good one, you too, my guy. Exactly. Sushi Boy saying, as a Leafs fan, I'd rather have Dvorak. I will not lie. Exactly. KK only shows up in the playoffs. KK is a playoff performer. I'll give him that. Drouin shows up in the playoffs too. Drouin shows up in the regular season and the playoffs. It just sucks that Drouin's been injured. Galley, I'll admit, he fucking sucks. I hate Brendan Gallagher now. Galley has not had a good year. He takes way too many penalties. He's never given the benefit of the doubt by the refs, which, you could say, oh, it's on the refs. But there's a certain limit where Gallagher does shit, and then at that point onwards, it's his own. Hey, Jordan Daddy in the chat. Hi from Kim and I. Jordan, I hope you're having a great day. I hear you are in New York, on Long Island. I did it. And Kim coming by in the chat. Yeah, let's go. Kim, how was the game? I last time I checked, you guys were up 3-2 on the Blue Jackets. I hope you guys pulled out that victory. I don't know why I'm jerking two imaginary dicks right now, but that's something I'm doing apparently. But hey, you got Jordan and Kim raid. Hey, let's go. Jordan and Kim raid. Hell yeah, 2-person raid. I love it. Thank you very much. Sushi Boy, probably because KK ended your dreams of beating Montreal Game 6. That's a good point. That is a good point. 5-2 Islanders. Hey, let's go, Kim. Let's go. Hell yeah. I'm very, very happy to hear that. I hope you guys make a push like that, Hope you guys were able to get in. It'd be nice. Addy, I'm sure you're happy with the results tonight. I'm sure you're happy with the Leafs results. But yeah. Oh, and yeah, that's understandable. You can't hate Galley. That's absolutely understandable. For me, it's just Jesus, like him not wanting to stay if we're going to a rebuild, him taking really bad penalties, him just not being good this year. I think Galley's gone in the offseason, and I can only hope we're able to shed the salary caps of Brendan Gallagher, Yoel Armia, and maybe David Savard, but it depends. Savard has actually been pretty good, understandably. If he wants to keep it up, then I'd consider keeping him as a bottom pair defenseman. And apparently having a good grammar isn't on my blood either, whatever. Exactly. I mean, hey, I don't give a shit about your grammar. As long as I can read what you type, as long as I can read what you say. If you want to type like a blind, rabian-infested bat, why I said that, why that exactly, I don't know. But if you want to type like that, as long as I can understand you, I don't give a shit how you type, my guy. I couldn't care less. So the shots after the second period are 42-18. 42-18 for the Carolina Hurricanes. And they're up 3-0. Okay, Harry, time for me to go. Great show tonight. Hey, thank you, Bob. I appreciate it, my guy. Keep your stick on the ice too, my guy. I hope you guys are having pretty damn good. I hope you guys are having pretty damn good indeed. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Time for you to go, Bob. Again, thank you for coming by, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope to see you in the future, man. Keep your stick on the ice. KK is a really good playoff performer. I'd rather him than Dvorak. Well, here's the thing. Does KK play defense? Does he win faceoffs? Because if you check both those boxes off as no, then KK fails at his job. Dvorak is very good defensively. There's a reason he's our first-line PK guy. And hey, cheers, Bob. Thank you, man. And Dvorak wins faceoffs. There's a reason that KK isn't a center anymore, and he's transitioned to the left wing. Because he's trash defensively, and he can't win faceoffs. Dvorak, here's the thing. You can say, oh, Dvorak's invisible half the time. He's not meant to put up 40, 50, 60 points in a season. He's meant to put up 30, maybe 40 if he's having a good year, and be that very good defensive second or third line center. I'd give up a first and a third for that because every team needs that good two-way center, Suzuki, and every team needs that offensive center. Probably Shane Wright in the future. Maybe Matthew Savoy. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't mind either or. But and every team needs that defensive center, which is Christian Dvorak. When the Canadiens win the Cup in 3 years, and Dvorak's that third-line center, potentially, Shane Wright is maybe your second-line center, and Suzuki's your first-line center. That's the thing. Canes don't have what it takes to win a Stanley Cup, in my opinion. They don't have the defense core. I should say they don't have the defensive depth, and they don't have the bottom six to do it. That's just my opinion, though. All right, back to the game. Canadiens with a few chances, few shots in the first few minutes. We then go to the power play. It was a tripping call. Habs looked all right. There was nothing big. Caulfield lost his stick, and it led to a near chance for the Canes. We were 0 for 1 on the PK tonight. Habs had more pressure, but there was nothing major. 7 minutes in, no shots for the Hurricanes, as the Canadiens really were overpowering the Hurricanes at this point. Canes were still playing good defensively, but the Habs were starting to come back in shots. If we win this year, Hurricanes, I'd rather flush $300 down my toilet than buy a Kotkaniemi jersey. I'd rather flush $300 down the toilet. But Habs would go back to the power play. Too many men penalty against the Canes. Yeah, it was way too many men, definitely. Not like way too many men, but it was way a too many men penalty. You guys know what I mean, probably. But Habs looked bad. Canes easy clears. 0 for 2 on the PP tonight. The power play tonight. Apparently, the Canes are now at over 90% on the PK tonight. Canes are apparently now 90% of the PK in the season, which would, I believe, barely beat out New Jersey's all-time NHL record from 11-12 of 89.9%, I want to say, on the PK. Habs up there as well for that same season, funny enough, 11-12, up there for 88.9% on the PK. So the more you know, the more you know. Habs had more. I'm dumb. Habs more push, but Canes had good defense. They finally got their first shot of the period, 10 minutes in. 5 seconds removed from halfway through the third period. Habs would then go back to the power play. Caulfield drew a tripping penalty. I yelled at my TV, that better be a fucking penalty, because it's Cole Caulfield, and you don't touch Cole Caulfield. I will kill if you touch Cole Caulfield on the ice. I will do it. I don't care. I will do it. I'll do it. All right. Habs were not looking good. Suzuki had a good chance but missed the net. Anderson in on a near break hits the post. 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Habs were getting momentum, but the Canes were turning it over to get chances of their own. Marty St. Louis pulls Allen with just about 4:30 left. Was really liking the strategy of St. Louis pulling the goalie with a lot of time left. I've actually really liked this whenever he does it. The team usually does play pretty good. Domi nearly put home his 100th career goal, but like in Montreal, can't finish and passes it off when he should have shot. That is a very Max Domi thing to do. Dvorak has been playing pretty good since coming back from injury, except for tonight. But hey, exactly, the team played very badly. Exactly, Andrei. It's not like Dvorak was the only one that played garbage, and exactly. But yeah, Dvorak I thought has actually been playing pretty good. He just needed some time to click in Montreal. Plus, to be fair, everyone has kind of sucked on everyone has kind of sucked under Marty St. Louis, under Don Ducharme, and since St. Louis. I mean, everyone probably did suck Marty St. Louis, but everyone has sucked under Don Ducharme, and everyone has just been sucking Marty St. Louis. They've been clicking really well under him, is what I meant to say. Dvorak won't stay long in your team anyway. Your team wants speed. Well, I mean, Hurricanes, given we have Ken Hughes and Jeff Gordon, apparently what's his name? Fucking Arturi Lehkonen is worth a first and a second. Then yeah, Christian Dvorak's probably worth about 2 firsts and 2 seconds then at that rate. But I mean, hey, either way, do you win that KK thing? Because we went to the Stanley Cup Finals with KK. We've done better than the Hurricanes in the last decade, and the Canadiens will always be better than the Carolina Hurricanes. I think that's just always a fact, and if you're salty about that, then you can go be salty elsewhere. Habs pressured. We were not getting much for shots, but we were at least kind of trying. We were stopping the Canes from getting the empty net goal, and the Canes weren't even really looking for it. They were just trying to kill off time. Yeah, they didn't go for it. I was hoping Freddie Anderson would try for the empty net because I thought that'd be pretty cool. But then into the empty net with about a minute left, it's Andrei Svechnikov, Mr. Svechnikov from center ice. Habs were done. So the final shots are 44-32 Hurricanes. Canes win 4-0 in regulation. So yeah. Boys, we're up a little bit shorter than expected. It's a Carolina Hurricanes game. I wasn't expecting many people to come by anyways. So, yeah, that's pretty understandable. We'll win the cup and prove you wrong, and once you do, you'll love it. No, not really, my guy. I mean, I'll love that Domi wins the cup. Like, even though Domi didn't really show up that last year in Montreal, I like Domi. If you guys win the cup, I'll be happy to see Domi lift the Stanley Cup. But, I mean, hey, you know what? You can win the cup on, you can win the cup in the game in the NHL. Don't know about real life though, because again, the fucking Ian Cole and Brendan Smith, my guy. Ooh, that's a yikes. Kotkaniemi, $6 million on your fourth line as well. That's oof. Keep thinking you've won this rivalry with Montreal, by the way. That's very funny. Keep thinking you won it, my guy. Exactly, Hurricanes, exactly. Good luck with KK and $4.8 million for the next 8 years. Good luck with that. Good luck paying a career third liner on your fourth line, $4.8 million for the next 8 years. I guess there's a reason Don Waddell was laughed out of Atlanta and embraced by Carolina. They don't know good management. But yeah, boys, since this is a Carolina stream, we are going to end it a bit early because nobody wants to watch Carolina Hurricanes games because it's Carolina. Why would you? 4.8 isn't that bad. Galley 6.5, though, is rough. Well, my guy, you're paying $4.8 million to a third liner. $4.8 million for the idea that a third liner will be a second liner. My guy. Exactly, yeah, but wait, yeah, KK can fight. Yeah, Rod Burnham, we're all about the physicality, KK gets elbowed by McDavid, and he's out. He starts bitching to the refs, That's clearly what you want on the team. You don't want that elite 50-goal scorer and Cole Caulfield. Nah, we want Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Thank you guys, though, for freeing us of the burden of Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Thank you guys for giving us a first and a third for a third liner. Thank you very much. Just like thank you, Colorado, for giving us a first and a second for a third liner. I appreciate it. Nick Suzuki leads the Montreal Canadiens in points with 18 goals, 32 assists, 50 points exactly. Cole Caulfield has 14 goals, 20 assists, 34 points. You guys literally thought a year ago KK was going to be this next big thing. Rock them Hurricanes. I didn't know that you were watching my channel a year ago. I didn't know you were watching my channel 2 years ago to know what I think about Kotkaniemi. It just vanishes, and it was going to be the next big thing. It just vanishes, and now he's a bust. My guy. I think you have to speak in English. I think you have to write English for me to be able to understand what you're saying. He's young and growing. You can think that he was young and growing in Montreal, and he's been in the exact same spot 3 straight years, a third-line center, and he's still that way in Carolina, except a third-line left winger. Excuse me, even worse, he's regressed to a fourth-line left winger. Talk about ruining Kotkaniemi's development. Oof. At least Galley's pretty. I wouldn't even say that. Plays with a heart. I wouldn't say that. We wouldn't. Exactly. We wouldn't care less if you win the cup because you guys are probably going to lose in the first round if you play the Rangers or Pittsburgh or you play the Bruins. You guys are probably going to lose in the first round. But if by some miracle you guys don't worry. In the West, you're just going to have one of LA, Calgary, or Colorado to worry about if you even do make the Stanley Cup Finals. Which if you do, it's because the refs will have to be on your side and hold your hand through the playoffs like they tried with Vegas last year. Rem Pitlick, 13 goals, 16 assists, 29 points. Arturi Lehkonen, who's no longer in the team, has 12 goals, 16 assists, 28 points. Josh Anderson has 16 goals, 10 assists, 26 points. Mike Hoffman has 12 goals, 12 assists, 24 points. Tyler Toffoli, who's no longer in the team, had 9 goals, 14 assists, 23 points. Sorry. All these stats, by the way, for the players formerly in Montreal have been with the Montreal Canadiens this year. Chris Weidman has 3 goals, 19 assists, 22 points. Jake Evans, who I thought was hurt, but it actually is not. And I forgot to edit that. 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points. Jonathan Drouin, who was unfortunately hurt for the rest of the year, has 6 goals, 14 assists, 20 points. Christian Dvorak has 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points. Ben Sherrod, who's no longer with the team, had 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points. Didn't your good old buddy Bergevin draft him? Yeah, he did, because we needed a center at the time, I gave KK the words apparently can't come to me right now. I gave him the benefit of the doubt just because it's Bergevin and he's one of the best GMs in the NHL. That was one of very few situations that just didn't work for Bergevin. I mean, hey, I just want to point out you guys skipped on Sean Farrell and Joshua Wall, and look where those guys are going to be for the Canadiens. You guys skipped out on 2 actual good left wingers for Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Who's in the Carolina Hurricanes prospect system right now, by the way? Carolina Hurricanes draft history. Let me look this up. Let me look this up because this is going to be very fun. All right, so the Carolina Hurricanes. Holy shit, they had a lot of picks. Who did they hit on? In 2021, maybe Robert Orr. Maybe it's just because I like the name Bobby Orr, and technically that is Bobby Orr 2.0. 2020, Seth Jarvis. Who was available when Seth Jarvis was picked? And Noah Gunler, who that I will give you. I really like Noah Gunler. You guys got a good one there. He's probably going to be a third liner because no one ever develops for Carolina. Ryan Suzuki. Oof. You guys picked the worst Suzuki. That's got to hurt, my guy. That's got to hurt. 2018, Andrei Svechnikov. He's okay. And then going back to 2017, Marty Natchez and Morgan Geekie. Oof. And you guys have barely any good players in your prospect system, aside from the ones that I just mentioned, which I find pretty damn funny. Every team did skip out on one, and Farrell, it's like me saying he skipped out on Johnny Gaudreau, like every team did, including the Hurricanes. Well, yeah, and there'd be a legitimate argument because we did skip out on Johnny Gaudreau. Just like the Hurricanes did, because the Hurricanes don't know talent. And 2013, Habs barely had a scouting department. You guys skipped out on Caden Gooley, Dylan Holloway, Connor Zary. Pick Seth Jarvis. That's, if you ask me, that's an oof right there, my guy. That is a big time oof. Meanwhile, okay, that was weird. Apparently, for some reason, Hockey DB wanted to close on me. And now my Chrome is okay. There we go. Chrome's working for me again. The same guy who traded a shit captain for Suzuki and drafted Caulfield after Philly drafted came here. Exactly. NZI, I think Gaudreau was drafted in 2013, but he might have been in 2012, actually. Stamkos or Matthews? Stamkos, Wolverine, easily. Stamkos. Stamkos has good defensive play, really great playmaker, and a really good shooter. He's not one-dimensional. Who have the Habs drafted? Logan Mailloux, who's apparently looking like a really damn good top 4 defenseman in the future. Joshua Waugh, Caden Gooley, Jan Misek, Sean Farrell, Luke Tuck as well. I think Luke Tuck's going to be a good bottom 6 guy. Cole Caulfield, Matthias Norlinder, Jaden Struble, Raphael Harvey-Pinard, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Alexander Romanov, Jordan Harris, Jesse Leon. So I can keep going on. Rhett Pitlick, by the way, we have all the Pitlicks. And that's just going back to each team's 2017. Ryan Poehling, Josh Brook, and Caden Primo in the 7th round. So if Bergevin stayed with you, you realize Caulfield would have been a bust. And Suzuki would have struggled. Hurricanes, my guy. Hurricanes. Do you realize that Bergevin, like Wolverine put, drafted all these players that I mentioned, and that Ducharme wouldn't have stayed under Bergevin? And even if he did, it's because Bergevin likes giving those chances. Skibro, how the fuck can you blame tonight's game on Jake Allen, my guy? My guy, how can you blame tonight's game on Jake Allen? He faced 44 shots, or technically 43 shots, and allowed 3 goals. My guy, he allowed a goal every roughly 13, 14 shots. So, yeah, sure, when you hear that, that's bad. But then you look at it, he allowed 3 goals on 43 shots. I don't think you can blame him. Sure, he drafts those players, but can't develop them or put them in good situations. My guy, are you just ignoring that he single-handedly developed Brendan Gallagher into what he formerly was as a 20, 30 goal scorer, my guy? Are you just realizing that? Are you realizing that he took Brendan Gallagher, who was drafted in the 5th round by the former general manager, and literally turned him into a good top 6 forward for like 3 years? And exactly what NCA said, Suzuki would have struggled. He literally never showed a single sign of struggling when Bergevin was GM. If anything, he showed that he was really, really turning out well under Bergevin. And now under St. Louis, who ironically is not the general manager, because the general manager isn't the one who coaches the players. It's the shock head coach. He's doing even better under St. Louis. This dude must be new to hockey if he thinks the general manager is the guy that coaches the team. To be fair, exactly. One of the only players the Habs poorly developed under Bergevin was Galchenyuk. Exactly. Skiru, you cannot say Suzuki is simply doing okay. Dude is at point per game under Martin St. Louis. Cole Caulfield is over point per game under Martin St. Louis. So, my guy, you can't say Suzuki is simply doing okay. He's doing pretty damn good, in my opinion. Where did I leave off? It was Sherrod, was it not? Yes, I think it was. Brendan Gallagher has 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. He is unfortunately hurt. Jeff Petrie has 4 goals, 10 assists, 14 points. Ryan Poehling has 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. He is also hurt, but Galley and Poehling, I believe, are both practicing for the Canadiens. David Savard has 3 goals, 9 assists, 12 points. Skiru, Galley's not back. He's apparently practicing with the team, as I just mentioned. I believe, is practicing with the team. Brett Kulak, who's no longer with the team, had 2 goals. Oh, this is just beautiful. Had 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Laurent Dauphin has 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. This actually isn't that bad. 4 goals, 7 assists, 11 points. Yoel Armia has 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. Alexander Romanov has a very nice 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. Suzuki would have struck, my guy. The Hurricanes, are you retarded? Because you aren't hearing what I'm saying. Suzuki showed no signs of struggling under Ducharme as head coach and no signs of struggling under Bergevin as general manager. Suzuki has had really good years under Marc Bergevin, his first 2 years in the league. He played pretty good, even if you're technically going as Bergevin or the head coach, technically, I should say. But under GM Bergevin, Suzuki had 2 pretty good years. His rookie year and his sophomore year were both pretty good. And this year, he's just stepped it up because we have a good coach, So, sure, you can say, Bergevin using these coaches that have old-style hockey mentalities. when you guys have fucking Rod Brindamore as your head coach. You want to talk about hypocrisy. But yeah, Romanov has a very nice 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. Michael Pezzetta, who's currently hurt, has 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. Paul Byron has 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Matthew Perro has 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Corey Shannon has 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. Sammy Nico has 5 assists. Thank you guys for the 6 viewers, 9 likes. Very, very nice. Jesse Leon has 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Kel Clegg is currently in the AHL, and Joel Edmondson each have 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points. Cedric Paquette is currently in the AHL, has 2 assists. Lucas Vanderbilt and Raphael Harvey-Pinard, who are both in the AHL as well, also have a goal. Adam Brooks, who's no longer with the team, and Justin Barron each have 1 assist. I think in the same amount of games too. I believe Adam Brooks only played 2 games with the Canadiens. I didn't get the fights, but it's the same as usual. What do you expect? Next season we're gonna play way better than the Canes. I wouldn't doubt it, Skiru. I wouldn't doubt it. Also, Canes guy, be lucky that Tony DeAngelo's with the Hurricanes, because Bergevin knows talent when he sees it. He wanted Tony DeAngelo. Be lucky that Tony DeAngelo didn't want to deal with COVID protocols in Canada, my guy. Yes, Rod Brindamore is good. Yes, the head coach who hasn't gone to a single Stanley Cup final as a head coach. Yes, certainly a good team. You realize that if the roles were reversed, Rod Brindamore was in Montreal and St. Louis was in Carolina, you guys would probably be the best team in the NHL, and the Canadiens would probably be exactly where they are right now because Rod Brindamore is not a good head coach. And they got Gasperi too. Exactly, Skewer. That explains why we're going to do better than them. Hoping the Canes don't win it all. Exactly, Randy. Me too, my guy. They're probably going to go out in the first or second round because Carolina can't win. Watch his 2020-21 playoffs. Watch his 2021 playoffs. Highlights. Sorry, he obviously didn't struggle if he did then. The entire Habs run. Exactly, Enzige. Nick Suzuki was one of many reasons why we went as far as we did and why the Hurricanes, funny enough, Hurricanes didn't go as far as the Canadiens, funny enough. I wonder what happened to the Hurricanes last year. I wonder what happened to them. That's very funny. I wonder what happened to them. I wonder what happened to the Carolina Hurricanes last year in the playoffs. Yeah, guys. Here's this. Oh shit, that's something I should not be reading on stream. That's just something that I'm working on off stream. But yeah. So yeah, a good coach doesn't need to make the finals right away. Hasn't he been with the goddamn Hurricanes for like 4 or 5 years now? Look at Trotz, who was a coach for a while before winning. Difference is, Trotz coached a garbage Nashville team and made them pretty decent. Coached a pretty good Washington Capitals team and made them a winner. Coaching an Islanders team that is good and is making them pretty damn good. This year, of course, being the exception because of all of the arena issues that they've had, having 13 or whatever straight road games, COVID running through them and not shutting them down for some reason. Not like COVID not shutting them, but I mean like the league not shutting them down. I think you know what I mean. Same with Montreal and Ottawa as well. So for me, I mean, sure, a good coach doesn't need to make the finals right away, sure. But still, Rod Brindamore would not improve the Montreal Canadiens. Marty St. Louis would massively improve the Carolina Hurricanes, in my opinion. I think no doubt about it. So yeah. Harry, you think the Wild is going to make the playoffs? Skewer, no doubt they're going to make the playoffs. I think they've nearly clinched. Islanders will be good next season. Exactly, Wolverine. They're fine. Exactly. They're going to have maybe Aatu Räty. I don't know if Aatu Räty is going to be in their lineup next year. I think 2 years down the line he should be. I think as long as the Islanders just improve on their D a little bit, shed maybe 1 or 2 contracts. I think they have about $8 million in cap next year. I think something like that. I think as long as they shed one contract, 1 or 2 contracts, and are able to improve their defense, then yeah, I think they're definitely gonna rebound for sure. Yes, you're exactly. Islanders are playing great lately. Exactly, my guy. Even the Wild will perform better than the Canes. Exactly, and they're the fucking Wild. They haven't done anything in the playoffs since what? 2003, something like that. I find it funny. So yeah, before we end the stream, boys, and do the outro, my voice is killing me. I'm going to recap the pool. So I asked you guys, which is best? Payne for Shane surprisingly wins with 45%. Hashtag just fucking get a good player is second with 31%. The Price is Right has 17%, and Thrust for first instead of what I meant to put Thirst for first, but Thrust for first has a whopping 7%. I am very sad you guys didn't like thrusting for first overall. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Rice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share, which includes but it's not limited to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and anything else. My name is Rice. Subscribe to Puff Club, join the H Club, subscribe to the Hub, subscribe to D Nation for Member Squad. Thank you for moderating any comments on our streams and our new videos. It's much greatly appreciated. Good night, Randy. Thank you for coming by, man. Ice. I don't get how you can say Allen was so bad, man. He allowed 3 goals on 43 shots, man. I would have put it on the offense if they couldn't fucking control Carolina and they couldn't score. You know, I think you have to put this one on the offense easily. Peace out, Harry Skiru. Thank you for coming by, my guy. Yes, exactly, NJ. See you Saturday. Guys, I'm live after every Montreal Canadiens game if you're new to the stream, or if you are a recording viewer that somehow was forgotten. I'm live after every Canadiens game, and I'm going to try and start doing more videos lately. Fuck, Australian accent. Fuck. I don't know if I can do an Australian accent for you, Randy, but I mean, I can try. I can try and do a goddamn Australian accent. It's probably really bad, though. But, yeah, I forgot about the Australian accent. Thank you very much, Randy. But, I'm live after every Canadiens game. I recap them all the time. I recap them all the time. I'm a big Habs fan. Like I said, I recap all the Habs games after every time they happen. Come by. See you, mate. Randy, I'll see you in the future, mate. Thank you for coming by. Description, boys, are the Amazon wishlist, the PO box, and the PayPal, the Twitch, the Discord, the letterbox, and the speedrunning account are all down there as well. You sound like you're constipated. Ice. I mean, to be fair, I kind of am right now, but thank you for your general concern, my good sir. Those are the links in the description, boys. Yeah, thank you guys for coming by the stream. My name's Harris again, and I'm out to stay classy, boys. I'm Montreal. Always remember no matter how bad we are like last year, how good we are like last year, how bad we are like this year. Go Avs, go, baby. Thank you guys for coming by the stream. I greatly appreciate it. My name is Rice, and I am out. Love you guys. Stay classy, boys. Hope to see you in the future. Saturday, we will be live at the Canadiens game again. Bye, guys. Love you guys. Peace. Bye, guys. Peace.